the bill, but any other member can also block that request. Here's how it
You're
unfolded on the
live.
Senate floor.
I just heard Mitch McConnell or one of them guys, Schumer. Yeah, I think it's Schumer. All right, Mr. Trump, we need a one safe trade, transit, insurance, commerce, sales tax, appropriation, accountability, infrastructure, prepaid, dividend bearing credit card system for transactions that you take a sales tax to facilitate all the needs of taxation in this United Nation, in the United States. And we start exporting participation through this card into our social security system before they even leave their place, and start offering some kind of civilization to them. But we got to look appealing when we do that, and it's going to take a whole new apparatus from what we got currently, like just the timing of everything. We got great institutions and we got great infrastructure for higher learning, but we don't have cohesion because of the imposed differentiation from your natural sleep arrangements and productivities. We got this little narrow window of people over here that are controlling almost everything. They certify everything from clinical social workers to certified judiciary people, and the representatives are just a mishmash of likable people who might not have any profession other than being likable people. But we got to come down to the point to where we are free at our residence to maintain our residence and keep from having to go out here and travel to get a ransom to give to the Caesars of the county just to have anything that we've purchased, including cars, RVs, any form of transportation or recreation, motorcycles. There's a county tax for everything. And it's not right because we purchased that stuff. We went out and got that stuff. We brought that stuff into the community. This place is nice, but as far as a piece of land, there's a lot of empty land. All right, so you can't go out there and say, "Well, that looks pretty nice. You need to give us a percentage." You do. You do it every day. Give us a percentage. It's $1.60 a day. You got to spend $50 in transportation to go out there and get that $1.60 a day. I tell the county and everybody that we need a bus route on all the rural roads from every fire department to fire department. And at them fire departments, there should be a deputy and a first responder, paramedic, not farm out the paramedics to a private company to provide, because you sporadicate all the resources into a whole bunch of fragmented pieces that have only a narrow perception or ability on the scene, and you put them in a remote area, and they're not going to have the response that just a basically well-maintained fire department system would, along with a deputy, first responder, a medic, and a bus route. If you're going to keep on charging, you got to give us some amenities. You're going to keep on, and the bus system's a moneymaker for this in this county particularly, and for the hospitals, it's almost a necessity. So sick patients that don't have transportation stay sick and get worse. There's a lot of technical jargon for that, but I tried to put that out there a dozen times. But anyhow, so we got this one safe trade, transit, insurance, commerce, sales tax, appropriation, accountability, infrastructure, prepaid, dividend bearing system that buys up the intellectual technology that facilitates the medical treatments and all that stuff, and buys up the insurance company's interest. That should be the bailout, because them things are just what is it? Where you get tried for the same thing twice? we're paying property tax and we're not getting any liability coverage. We're paying property tax and we're not getting any basic utilities in a area that would make you feel secure. We're just not getting anything. And who says they got to be a stationary person? We got people on. We got good mechanisms, but they're not distributed well. School, they operate in a little narrow thing that doesn't coordinate with a parent's normal work schedule. If they get off at 5, if they're lucky enough to be the middle class to get off at 5 or whatever, we got to get these people where they have one provider, because they shouldn't have to go hunt up a third person in the middle of the day just to take over for an hour and a half after school lets out. And school shouldn't try to charge an extra fee and make it a whole nother process and stack a few more personnel that weren't attached to the cohesive unit that's already there. There's just stacking it all and spreading it out and working it to where these administrators that so-called have these educations and personnel management or whatever, that stuff's rudimentary at anything. It's easy. I won't say it's all easy. I'm gonna say it's all easy. It's just not being funded right. NASA, they're doing that shit half-assed. Well, let's go over here and everybody's doing a lot of things, but they're not doing one thing, and that's us. Because I want a stake in NASA. If there wasn't all these obstructionists out here taking claim to every piece of intellectual technology here, I guarantee you I can make a flying car, and I guarantee you I got the system to make. It's called flock drive. All right, you got altitudes for certain directions. You got 4 basic directions, and then you got we got devices, and then it's flock drive when we're in traffic. That's a restrictor first thing on the accelerator, because you shouldn't be able to exceed a certain closeness. But anyhow, it is. I hate to call it all easy. It should be all easy, but we got these things that half the country wants government employees to have a big old salary and all this stuff and keeping all this crap going. Then the other people want to keep on farming off of the regulations and stuff so they can provide services in the private sector. And the government makes the necessity for services such as insurance, and it shouldn't do all that. It shouldn't do that. It should serving the residents. The people have already got their stuff up and calling it progress. Destroying and bulldozing everything, saying, oh, well, we had to create jobs. Oh, no, we got too many people coming here. Let's get them out of here. Well, they weren't coming here until you bulldozed half the community and built a little road so you could shit as far upstream as you could get. What is going on? It's stupid. Anyhow, I know it's in there. I just told you, but I don't hear discussion. We got to come together with our debit card and buy up intellectual technology. We got to come. I don't have one view. I haven't had one person hit on this video yet, and I know it's public. That's manipulation. That's flagging. That's obstructionist. That's terrorism. That is everything I've written to DOJ about Mrs. Fox's actions to flag somebody's email, their personality, their conductor to the world, and suppress the spread of a healthy opinion versus all this, let's keep passing and kicking the can down the road and not do any housekeeping. Shit is getting very tiresome. And I was hoping you'd come in and change the conversation. So let's have the conversation, because there's a whole bunch of people being held back and just sitting here doing the same thing for every day of their lives, waiting for resources to be utilized to put them in the driver's seat of that Columbus felt. You know, we got to get upward mobility from our community. You won't let an individual, independent, sovereign citizen live in existence, so we can't export the American way. I've been at it, and I even one view on a dozen million things because of group bullying. The same group bullies that have destroyed everything and locked away all the gadgets to where there's not even a remnant of the industrial revolution of the 30s and the 40s anywhere.